Grand Rising, I am Empress Shaddai LB, and this is Morses Network. If you would like to follow us and join our group, you can find us on Telegram at the Morses Network. Invite link provided in the description below. We speak on all the latest news, spiritual news, Mother Gaia news, share knowledge, provide products and services, preparedness information, and all of the info that you just can't speak about on any other social media platform due to content and free speech restrictions. So please come join us. Again, that invite link is provided in the description below. Also, if any of the information provided within this video, past videos, or our message at the Morses Network resonates with you and you would like to support our mission, then please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to get this information out there to others that may need what we are sharing in these critical times that we are living in today. Today's show, we are calling it Spiritually Guided with myself, Empress Shaddai, and with Noble Cosmic Courtland, Mr. Courtland, and I call him Mr. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. Just first off, I just want to say big gratitude for having me. I'm so excited about this, and just anytime we come together as a collective and share knowledge and just to better ourselves is just so dope to me. And I'm just so excited about what's going to unfold as we progress through this. So yeah, big gratitude, big gratitude.
Well, thank you so much. And I just think you've been coming on to do this. It was definitely short notice. Guys, this is something that we would like to start doing on a normal basis. And we're going to talk about kind of everything that's spiritual and provide just whatever we have to give to you guys. We would like to share that and kind of show how the connection with what's going on in the world is connected to you spiritually, okay? So that's what our plans are. And before we get started, I would like to say that the next karmic cleanse that we're going to have is going to be on May 16th, okay? Which just so happens to be the lunar eclipse that we are having on May 16th. So if you are interested, please reach out to me at the Morses Network at gmail.com. That's the Morses Network at gmail.com. Or if you are on Telegram, you can reach out to me at the Morses Network Telegram. For that, our galactic training classes, they are still going. Okay, they are ongoing classes. If you are interested in that, please reach out to me on that as well. Courtland, this would be the time, just to, I guess, tell a little bit about yourself to the people and the things that you have going on, because I would love for you to kind of share, just all the things that you're involved with. And if anyone wants to kind of reach out to you for any products or services, I definitely would want you to, share that information so everyone will know what you're about.
Gratitude. Just to start off, yep, my name is Cosmic Courtland, and me, I call myself the modern day shamanic healer. I'm very tapped in with nature, and I just want to be a service to everyone in just so many different ways. So some of my core things that I'm involved in is first off I design and sell different spiritual clothing. Right now I have the chakra apparel out, and each day has its own chakra. So today being Tuesday is Mars, and so today I got my root chakra hoodie on, and so I got different things like that going on with that. And then I'm also do shamanic life coaching, where I help people get tapped back in with nature and help them do spiritual planning and stuff like that. Also, I'm a Reiki healer, level 1, 2, and master certified. Also, I do oracle readings, and I'm a certified meditation teacher as well. Some of the things I also do is I have my own Telegram channel, Cosmic Conversation, and you can find me on any social media platform with this same, just type it in Cosmic Courtland, and I'll pop up. And I'm always down to just even just if someone just needs an ear to like, or someone to talk to, you know, like I always got you, you know what I mean? Like you don't have to like book anything for me like with that. And yeah, so big gratitude, big gratitude.
Well, thank you. I thank you for sharing that. We love to kind of, you know, just kind of promote, you know, just ourselves and invest in ourselves as a people. So anything that people may have, whether, like I said, products or services, we're more than happy to, you know, kind of get the word out so people will know. So, guys, if you are interested in any of the services that Courtland have stated today, then definitely you may want to reach out to him. And then we're also going to put some of the information in the description as well, okay? So you guys will be able to kind of tap into Courtland and get some, you know, be able to, you know, find them for whatever that you may need on the spiritual side. Or again, just so he can be that ear to listen. So that's always good. Today is May 10th, which is the first day of retrograde, even though we've been feeling it before then. I'm sure some of you guys have been kind of feeling, you know, the effects of retrograde. And I'm going to just read a couple of things about Mercury retrograde right quick. And then, Courtland, if you want to add to it, once I'm done, I'll yield the floor to you. It says Mercury retrograde is all about the 3 R's: reflect, review, and redo. Bad habits, especially when it comes to how you communicate. And we know that retrograde is definitely always involves communication, right? We see it with our devices and just in relationships, no matter whether it's a friendship or a partner, spouse. You see it with everybody. And it says it's on how you communicate and are catching up to you right now. You are discovering the big things like friendship, jobs, and relationships aren't working out as well as they could. And with this retrograde being happening in Gemini, the sign that deals with communication, your thoughts just aren't translating into words the way you want them to. So you may be feeling that a little bit more at this present time. No matter your own sign, you're running into exes right now, so get ready for those exes to come back, getting bogged down with work, and maybe even starting a little beef with friends of your own, which it may sound dramatic, I know, but you can figure it out how to solve these issues. In fact, that's exactly what you should do. That could mean opening up and being more truthful with your friends, organizing your space to make your life more productive, or even just blocking the ex who keeps hitting you up right now. Because that, I'm telling you, that very well may happen. Think before you speak. Learn to listen more and avoid talking shit if things get too dramatic. What goes around always comes back around during retrograde. This is a stressful time, yes, but it's a necessary time. Look at it this way. Mercury retrograde can help you assess what really belongs in your life right now. And so you should be doing that on a normal basis, but this is kind of the things that we are going through right now. It is the time to assess, to see what is for your highest and greatest good, to keep that in your life, and what's not, to get rid of it. To get rid of it is not for you right now. And I'm going to yield the floor to you, Courtland. Do you have anything to add on to that particular part, or anything else you would like to share?
Yes, I do. Everything you just said was definitely on point, 1,000% on point. And just to piggyback off of that, like, retrograde periods is the perfect time period to where we can like do shadow integration, because a lot of us like push out our shadow, or like tend to ignore our shadow, because it's like those things that we have deep down, like very deep down inside of us, tend to like we don't like to think about those things. So the retrograde period like brings all those things up, you know. So it's like what triggers you, like what I like to do is, like what triggers me, I write it down and I journal about it, and I get to the root of that trigger, and that helps me like ease that situation out. And yeah, so it's definitely a dope period to like just do some shadow integration. And so like you don't want to look at this retrograde period in a way like, okay, like, damn, like this is just all happening to me. Like, now I'm gonna like use this energy to transmute it and level up. And like you can also listen to like the Mercury planetary frequency 141.27 hertz, and that will also like help balance you out too. And yeah, that's pretty much like what I got for that.
Mm. Well, I definitely appreciate what you just stated, and you know, it's funny too because I kind of want to tie it into some of the stuff that we were speaking about. And by the way, people on Telegram, we do have the Morsers Network. That's one of our groups, but we also have the Lotus Flower Healing Group, the Building a Nation group chat that we talk about a lot of things, especially like the off-grid community and nationality and sovereignty, and just learning a little bit more, tapping in a little bit more on those particular parts. And then we have the Shift group, okay, and the Shift group deals with the changes of the earth, but along with the shift that is going inward within your body and outside on a spiritual level as well. So those are some of the different groups that we talk and kind of chatted up in. But the other day, and before I get there, I just want to say, you know, Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, because Mother's Day just passed this Sunday. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And we talked a little bit more about Mother's Day, and I kind of want to tie it in with the whole communication thing, because one of the nobles that has done so much for us at the Morsers Network, and you guys should know who I'm speaking about because he has done tons of classes, and we're going to continue to do classes, which is Noble Rael. And I just want to say high honors to Noble Rael. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us, because you know he does it for free. He doesn't ask for anything in return. And I just want to, you know, just let him know that we definitely appreciate him and all the things that he does for us. But one of the things that he said in his group, he has a group called Prism of Ra group. So you may want to check that out, because he goes in that group about a lot of things on a deep level. Spiritually, okay, he's definitely a true teacher, okay. And one thing we were talking about, it was this picture. It was a tree picture, and the tree picture was just basically talking about how we are pretty much the ancestors return, and basically like a tree with all the branches being the ancestors, and us being the I guess right now we're us being like the base of the tree now, because you know we're holding all of those branches, which is all of those ancestors, which is all of those fiber optic, is that how you say it? Fiber optic lines within us, the communication that kind of comes in through our ancestors, all that is in our DNA, and that's within us. So the picture that I've shown on the Morsers Network, he kind of piggybacked off of that picture, and he said that he loved the picture. This is his statement. I love this picture. We have come to know the importance of the tree and the family tree. Okay, and true quantum or atom is the movement through the tree. Tree quantum means that anything that you have touched or has touched you is tied to you forever. Okay, I don't think people think about that when people are out here touching each other, loving each other. You got to be careful who you're dealing with out here and letting people touch you these days. But it says this bond gives you access to the path. It's simple. These are the paths or gateways to other experiences. These gateways are guarded by your ancestors or guardians. Okay? And then he went on to say, sometimes called watchers, we are the children or seeds. As we sprout out to become mushrooms, plants, bushes, or trees ourselves, we continue the network or family tree so that our ancestry or DNA or nectar can continually flow in and out. And I touched on that because of Mother's Day, and I just want to, you know, kind of stem back to like us being a part of nature and dealing with the tree, looking at the tree and the roots of the tree, how the trees communicate with each other through the roots. And we were talking about that through the chat and how you can, you know, kind of talk to each other through trees and so forth. So we were talking about basically going back into nature. So I added to what he stated by saying, being in touch with your divine feminine is being in touch with nature. And the Empress in Tarot deals with fertility and abundance. And being in touch with nature or Mother Nature, being caring and kind and etc. Our children are very important to our family tree and DNA in order for us to return and correct the past to make a better future. Therefore, as mothers and fathers too, it is critical to love, teach, and nourish our children. You want your seeds to grow and create an abundance, but it is all of what you put into the seeds right now. Nourish your mind, body, and soul. So when you do have children, if you don't already, or even if you do, you want to kind of tighten up that bloodline, the DNA or ONA, for your bloodline, which is, again, the ancestors' return. So continue to nourish your seeds and watch the abundance you will produce, okay? So this is what I put into the chat, and we were kind of going back and forth. I thought that kind of just flowed into, like, today's conversation because, you know, we're talking about nature and, you know, Mother's Day just passed, and the trees that are dealing with the ancestry and the communication and going back to nature. So it kind of all ties into today. I just thought it would be a cool topic to, you know, to kind of talk about today. That's the part that I want to share. Noble Courtland, is there anything else that you would like to add to that topic? I definitely want to yield the floor to you.
I sure do, because like tapping back into nature is just, it's so crucial to our ascension. And it's like, that's really how we get back in tune with ourselves, back in tune with nature, and then you get in tune with the cosmos. Like, and this grounding and earthing is just so important. Like me, like I'm a tree hugger all day. Like I'll go up and I'll hug a tree. And the good thing about doing that is it's like whatever energy that doesn't serve you, like the tree literally like takes all of that like out your aura and transmute that into something beautiful. And it's like, if more people did that, like we would be like so much more like advanced, you know what I mean? And also it's like tapping back into nature is how you work on like your natural abilities, like your gifts, like your psychic gifts and stuff like that. And the more you tap in, the more you're going to be open up to new spiritual experiences, and more things are going to be exposed to you, especially whenever you're sitting in nature and like that sun is hitting you and you're getting the light codes, regardless if it's like in the morning or like at like the evening time, if you're sun gazing or not. Like even if you're just meditating during the day, like the sun is so powerful, like especially right now after that solar eclipse we just had. And it's like this morning, like I was standing outside like earthing, and like immediately like I just started channeling, like boom, and started pushing out messages like to my channel, and it just goes so deep. And tapping back into nature is just so beautiful. It's like you should want to be in tune with everything around you. You should want to know like what's really going on, and that's how you really start unlocking new parts of your body, like of your astral body, because it's like we got different seals and stuff like that, like on us that we're unaware about, you know, like. And the more and more like you meditate, and the more and more like you work on your body and like you drop density, like those things is going to open up for you, and then that's how you get exposed to new experiences. And then now you actually start to like realize, okay, no, I was put here to do this. Like these are like my core strengths. Like, oh, I am a healer. Like, oh, like I'm definitely going to learn some Reiki. Like I didn't like expect that at all. And that happened for me like back in February, just sitting in meditation, and next minute you know my hands got hot. So I started reaching out to different people in the community, like, well, like what's going on? It was like, oh no, like your hands turned on. That's what happened. Like so then that's what pushed me to get certified. And like looking back on it, it's like it's crazy, because whenever these things unlock for you, or like you get like a new idea to do something, and like you don't act on it, spirit's kind of just looking at you like, what are you doing? You know, like, I'm trying to hook you up right here. This is what you've been trying to manifest. Like, nah, like, you gotta be out there in nature, manifesting and accept your blessings, you know? And then also, like, tell nature that, like, tell Mother Gaia that you love her, you know? Like, you love everything. You love everything that Source has created. Like you are Source, you know? Like, say some mantras, say some affirmations. Like, yes. It's so important. Yeah, like, it's so important.
It really is. It really is. And you say earthing. Could you please share with people that don't know what earthing is, so they will kind of know? I know what you're thinking about, but I just want you to share with the audience so then they'll know what you're talking about.
All right. So earthing is whenever, like, you're outside and you have, like, your bare feet on the grass, and like whenever you're sitting down, like, that's more just grounding, you know, like you're grounding yourself in nature. But like whenever you're standing up and like your feet chakras are like right on top of the earth, like now you're earthing, and then literally like all that energy that you have in you that doesn't serve you is getting like sucked back into the earth. All the energy that, like, whatever was on the planet, like how we be getting hit with all these different waves and different light codes, like this past weekend, like this past week for real, like that Schumann resonance was just looking like pretty crazy. Like,
yes,
like definitely felt the energy. Like it knocked me out Saturday night. Like I was out. woke up like, whoa.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and it's earthing, like it just gives you that whole experience, and yeah, like, so that's basically what earthing is. And it's like, it's so easy to do, and it's like once when you get used to it, like you just start off just earthing for 5 minutes, but once when you feel your body start to get better, like you really start to love it. And also just different parts of your feet and different parts of your hands, whenever you put pressure on them, like you can heal different areas of your body. So just walking on the earth alone, right, you can literally heal your whole entire body.
Yes, you can.
Like, you don't have to go to the doctor. You don't gotta get no Benadryl or that nasty Delsum or like Robitussin. Like, no, you don't gotta do none of that. All you gotta do is just walk on the earth or just stand there.
That's right. Absolutely. You know, it's funny. I did that last summer. I was walking, and even in the wintertime, I kind of went out, and it's a difference. You feel the difference. Your vibe is different. I know sometimes we did that as like children, and then you stop doing it, and then you let the shoes with that rubber get in between you and the energy of the earth. The time is now more than ever to connect. The energies are here. The portals are open now. We just had the 5/5 May 5th portal open, and there's more and more energies that are coming in to help you guys with tapping in. It's going to happen faster. It's going to happen quicker, but you definitely want to, kind of clean out your body, detox, like meditate, and go within a lot, even though you may have to do some study. Just like you, Courtland, I became a Reiki master and a pranic healer, and been doing like Tai Chi and Qigong and different things like that, and learning how to do like all of the stuff more on the outside. But I've been going within more now because I did a lot of studying and training and different things of that nature. But now I'm going within more, and yeah, a lot of answers are within. So it's if you can just have balance, so you can be able to do a little bit of both. Get your study on. Definitely you want to do that, but you also want to kind of go within, because the energies are here, and the information you'll receive those downloads, just like what he's saying. Go out and get some earthing going on, hug that tree, get those rays, get that energy, so you can get locked in to the information that's being shared by not only Mother Gaia, but also through the cosmos, because the information is here. Okay, that's just what I want to share. If you have anything else to kind of add to that, you can.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, just having balance is just so important, and it's like you never want to be too much like on one side. Like, you want to be perfectly like in the middle, you know? Like, you gotta look how like a butterfly flies. Like, a butterfly doesn't go right, doesn't go left. Like, it flies perfectly in the middle and has those two beautiful sides to it. And like, that's why it's like I always talk about just doing shadow work and journaling, and that's honestly so perfect to do in nature, because it's like you can sit there and just meditate, and then boom, like something's going to pop up. And regardless if you like it or not, we should always like write it down, even though like we might not know why it popped up. It's going to reveal itself later, because spirit has a way of just doing things like that, and you really can't explain it. But it's like, because it gets annoying at times. I'm like, what does this mean? And I'm like, why are you bringing this up? This was from like 2005. Like,
Right.
I'm not mad about that. Like, yes, spirit's like, yes, you are. Figure out why you're still mad about that. And I'm like, wow, okay. But we got to do those things. Like, it's so important. Like, it's really, really important. And with these energies here, it's like so much energy is like pouring into us. So, and it's pushing all this toxic energy that we don't need, like, just out of there. So that's going to bring up different things. Like, so it's going to cause us to release. It's going to cause us to purge. It's going to cause us to get out what we don't need. And because the frequency's going up. So it's like the more you're at that, like, that low vibrational frequency of like fear or like being scared or something, or just not wanting to pursue like your real dream, you know, like, is that, like, that's having a low frequency too. And a lot of people don't get that. And it's like, if we got to do some things to help you gain confidence, let's do that. If we got to do some things to help instill some willpower, let's do that. Like, everybody should want to chase their dreams, because once when you're on that path, right, and it aligns with your spiritual path, that's perfect balance right there. Because now you're integrating like your spiritual life into your physical life, and you're just letting it marinate. And it's like, is it easy? No, it's not easy. But like, we got a whole entire squad of ancestors, spirit teams, spirit guides, and angels behind us. And it's like, all we got to do is just ask for help. So going into nature and like asking for help, like, you don't even got to go into nature for real. You can do it in your bedroom, you know? Like, you can do it driving, you know? Like, all you got to do is just ask. And it's like, like, it took me a while to like find that right balance, because, and I'm still learning it, is like, because it's asking. Because a lot of us, like, we're healers and we're givers, and like, we're nurturers. So it's like, we're not used to asking. Like, we're used to like wanting to take care of somebody or like helping people out. So it's like asking, like, ask spirit, like, nah, well, the spirit just telling me what to do? Like, nah, spirit, like, no, we're going up this spiritual ladder. Like, spirit, like, no, I'm not trying to bless you. Like, what do you want? And because you're tapping into nature and you're doing the things you're doing, like, and you're dropping density, and you're not, like, once you have that high vibration, like, certain things that used to bother you just don't bother you no more. Exactly. And then now you're just at your perfect Zen mode, and you're just, like, literally in bliss. And it's just something that's so beautiful to experience. And like, once when you're like that with the law of attraction, like, you're going to literally be manifesting like what you want. Like, spirit's like, I got you. The ancestors is like, I got you. Like, and they always been there. And boom, like, they seen you like just grow up like just so beautifully, and they want to hook you up, and you just gotta be in that space to let them do that. So that's just why, like, also we tap into nature, because it's like nature is us, and we gotta understand that as well. Like, so, like, even science says that, and we know they be capping on a lot of things. So,
right,
yeah, that's what I would like to say about that. Like, definitely integrate that shadow, have balance, and then just love yourself, because, like, yeah, you don't want to look at the light in the tunnel. Like, you want to be the light in the tunnel. So it's like, that's how I just look at life, you know, especially when you're dealing with different situations. Like, I don't want to look at things as like good or bad, like it's a blessing or it's a lesson, you know. And then if it's a lesson, then okay, I have to like sort this out. I have to learn it, and then once when I learn it, I'm going to pass that on to somebody else because maybe they can use that. And that's what like just being a collective is like all about. So it's like also achieving balance within helps the collective achieve balance as a whole, because like we're all connected, you know. And it's like sometimes it feels like we're by ourselves, but it's like we're not. Like we're all in this together. Like we're literally like, that's why it's like we're reflections of each other, like literally.
That's right. We are. You know, you said something. It's a blessing or a lesson. First of all, I like that, and I'm definitely gonna gangster that. That's mine now. The second thing was just being centered, because we talk about that a lot. We talked about that a lot, and even on the videos. Sorry guys for the background if you hear the ambulance going past. But we did talk about that, you know, always staying in the center, the middle point. So it's funny that you say that, because we do try to stress that to the audience on a normal basis. So you came right in and tapped right into that same frequency. That's so important to keep that balance. But you also said something on the Building a Nation group. When you were talking about, and I found it profound, I did, when you were talking about, I'm trying to find it right now, you were talking about the shadow and loving your shadow, because the reason why, like, you even have the shadow in the first place is because it didn't experience love or something to that point. I don't know if I heard you say it completely now. Forgive me if you did and I just didn't hear it. But could you please kind of, you know, just get a little bit more? I loved it. I can't say it exactly how you said it.
Oh yeah, like I got you because, like it's like you have to love your shadow, because like how did your shadow get there in the first place? Like our shadow got there from like not feeling like it experienced love, like experienced like we grew, like our shadow grew like this because different situations that we considered that was like bad and that like caused us like trauma and different chakra like balances, like that's why our shadow was there, you know. And it's like our shadow hasn't experienced love, so once we're like, now we are a shadow, and then once we act like, no, that's not me, like that's just whenever I get this kind of way, like, no, that is you, bro. You gotta accept that. You gotta stand 10 toes down on that, because that is you, and that is an important part of you. And it's like, in order to like really hug that, like to really like get a grasp of it, like you have to love it so you can hug it. And boom, now you got a grasp of it. And then once you start to like really, okay, this is why I'm like this, or maybe it's like just the energies in my natal chart or something like that, or maybe it's generational like curses, or maybe it's generational trauma, or once you can like actually pinpoint it, then boom, you can start to work that out. But you won't be able to like work that out as much if you don't love your shadow, because that's just putting your shadow like in the closet and be like, oh no, that's not me, but it is you. You know what I mean? And then it's like, now you're just running away from yourself, and now you're causing a bigger divide, and you're not, boom, like now you're trying to like live in this false light because you haven't dealt with your dark.
Exactly. Oh, I love that. That was definitely well said. That was definitely well said. That's why I had to bring it back up. I'm like, wow, you know, we really discussed a lot of good things in the chat, and that was one of them. So I had to make sure, especially because you were already talking on that subject. I'm like, we can't talk on it without really tapping in and going in on what you said earlier, because that was huge. That's just what he said today. Also, I would like to add, we did mention about the tree, and I forget that I even posted this, but it was said advice from a tree. If you were to speak to a tree, like what would be the advice that the tree would give you? Number one, it said stand tall and be proud. Number two, go out on a limb. Next would be reach for the sky, adapt to change, learn to branch out, stay grounded, just like what we were talking about, earthing yourself. Remember your roots, going back to ancestry. Drink plenty of water. Get rid of dead wood, and that would be what doesn't serve you. Be confident. Never stop growing. Bend before you break. Turn over a new leaf, and enjoy the view. Enjoy the view. And I think that kind of goes well to a lot of stuff that we were talking about today. So I just thought I would share that because that was actually posted today, and I'm like, how can I even get past that? Well, we're talking about all the stuff about just, you know, being able to not only just go into nature, but to tap into yourself, getting back into like who you are, and going into the light and going in the dark. You know, again, we always talk about polarities. You wouldn't know about what light is unless you experience the dark, and vice versa. You wouldn't know what love is unless you experience hate, and vice versa. So it's important. Everything is to learn and gain that knowledge from the experience. So we need both sides, you know. We need what we call, quote, God and the devil. They're both the same thing, you know, like we think is different, but you're still dealing with your chakras, and you're dealing with your lower self and your higher self, and learning to, again, gain that balance, because balance means not ever tap into your lower self, not ever descend, because we got to learn how to descend to ascend, right? But it's about learning about the lower chakras, learning about your lower self, and knowing when to tap in. You know, my mom used to always say there's a time and place for everything, and there is. You know, if you were in a dangerous situation and someone came up to you and you had to defend yourself, you may have to go into defense mode, okay? Or like, and I want to talk a little bit deeper on your beast mode isms, but you have to go to like some type of defense mode, and you might have to, you know, go to that other side to help you out of that situation. But with balance, you know, you don't just do it unless you have to, right? And then, you know, normally you're going to try to avoid conflict and avoid situations, but you're not scared to ever have to go there. You're ready to do so. Is there anything that you want to share or add to that particular part before I move on from that?
Oh yeah, for sure, because I think a big misconception about like just being tapped in as a whole, and then just being in like your light all the time, and just want to just be like a light worker for real, is that people are just ignore those lower chakras, or just ignore like tapping into like that part of them. But we gotta like really look at this, like this world we live in is like absolutely bonkers. So it's like you can be put in a situation where you can't be in the light. You can't. No, it's too dangerous for you to be in the light. Like, no, you got to tap into that shadow, and then let your shadow go to work. You know what I mean? Like, it's about having that survival instinct, and that's actually like a part of like your solar plexus. So it's like, and your solar plexus is also your confidence energy. So, boom, like once when you like really think about it, it's like now you got this survival instinct where you have to tap into your shadow, but you have confidence in what you're going to do because you're letting it flow. Like, this is a part of you. This is what, like, you have to like let it happen, and it's balance. Like, it's like that's what you have to do, because it's like you're not doing something to hurt somebody. You're not doing something like out of ill, out of spite. Like, no, like you're trying to, no, like it's your life. Like, this is your life we're talking about. So, boom. We also have to understand, it's like, time out. This is why like I call myself like a cosmic beast, because it's like, and we're all cosmic beasts, because that's what it is. Like, a beast is both like majestic and like chaotic, but it's also beautiful at the same time. Like, just look at the lion, you feel me? Like, just look at the panther. Like, boom, like they just got like just those lion spirits and just warriors, and that's what we are, because we are them and we are everything. And we gotta tap into that side with like at certain times. It's like whenever you do it intentionally and you're trying to like just do it out of spite, nah, you're gonna get like straight up karma for that. Like, it's on you, and you're gonna like have to just deal with your consequences, because you did something at like a low vibration, like in an ill way, like your intention was totally screwed up. But if you're doing something like like out of love, like out of a love frequency still, and you have to tap into that shadow. Since you did that integration, you understand, like, and you understand and overstand that, like, you're going to be straight because you have to do what you had to do. And people can't ignore that part. And if you ignore that part, you're going to get caught slipping. And then next thing you know, you might fall into, like, this victimhood and, like, just want to point the finger and not want to take responsibility for things that you could have prevented. And that's something that, like, we have to work on, too. Like, we can't be pointing the finger like, nah, like, we got to take responsibility. That's a big part of ascension, too. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, we're all cosmic beasts, and we got to remember that. And we just got to tap that. We just got to tap into that inner beast, like, unlock that inner God, and then, boom, it's game on. Like, once when you fully trust yourself, and you know that everything is happening for you and not against you, it's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap.
Yes, that's right. I mean, you know, again, because I know I practice, you know, I say love and light and peace, but, you know, sometimes it's time to get that chaos energy and use that energy when it's time. So, you know,
you gotta get shit done.
Yeah, you gotta get shit done. And then when it's time for it, you cannot be scared. You cannot be scared to bring that part out. It's just knowing how to govern yourself. We talk about governing, and we're dealing with nationality and your sovereignty. Anytime we talk about that with Moors and the Moorish community, we always talking about we are our own government. You are your own universe. You are your own government. You by yourself are the government. So part of government is governing. You have to learn how to govern yourself, govern your emotions, govern your body, govern your mind. Like, there are different departments in your mind that are, you know, opens up, okay? And before you're able to even, sometimes for some people, to tap into those spiritual gifts, you have to learn how to govern different departments, compartments in your mind first, because you may not be ready. You may not be ready for that. And your higher self knows when you're ready or not. That's why some people, they come here, they were born ready. They already had those gifts open for them because they were ready for that from just straight out the gate, okay? Straight out the gate. When I say gate, I mean the gate. I'm talking about, you know, the gate that brought you here, the portal that brought you here, and that was from your mother's stargate, okay? So straight out the gate, some people came in with those gifts available to them on site. Then others had to learn how to open it up and unlock those gifts, because they're there for everybody. But only, number one, if you want them to open up, right? And you start doing the necessary steps to get them to open up. And you have to remove that fear and govern yourself, because you're going to be responsible. You know, you have a responsibility, a duty not only for yourself, but for the people that are around you that may not have, the know-how or the information to do the things that you know how to do, and you might have, in a way, a kind of leg up on them because you do have this information. So you gotta, you know, with what they say, with great power comes great responsibility, basically. So you just gotta be responsible. But these gifts are here for you. The time is now. The energy is here, and the portals are open for everyone now to tap in. So, you know, these are the things that we talk about and on our different channels, and trying to help people learn how to tap in to themselves, okay? So you can have these same gifts open for you. That is going to help you on your spiritual path, and to even for protection, to help, you know, guide you through. We all have guides. We all have intuition. And that was the first stuff that was, you know, that we learned, that we know about our intuition. But a lot of times we don't trust our intuition. We don't trust ourselves, because we have been programmed to look without and go externally instead of going internally, and to trust yourself. And sometimes we don't listen to ourselves when we have our intuition telling us different things, and we don't listen. Sometimes we let our mind get too analytical, okay, and start thinking so much and not trusting the heart and asking the questions through the heart. Ask questions through your heart. We talked about this several times. And trust your intuition to kind of guide you. Some things are not going to make sense, guys. They're not supposed to make sense. Everything you're not going to be able to logically answer things and why things are happening and why to do this, do that. But at this point in time, the times that we are living in today, you're going to have to go with your gut instinct and trust that more and more. I yield the floor to you, Courtland, if there's anything you want to add to what I just said.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, trusting your intuition is so big because, like, your intuition is literally, like, the first step into, like, trusting your spirit. Like, when you trust your intuition, you're literally, like, you're trusting your spirit and you're trusting yourself. And the more and more you start doing that, the more you start figuring out, like, oh, yeah, like, if I would have been doing this my whole life, like, I would have been, like, had a different outcome in a lot of different situations and stuff like that. And we always have to remember, like, we control, like, our own, like, in different timelines and stuff like that. Like, we create our own different realities. So when we trust our intuition, like, that opens that door up to, like, you know what, I'm going to start welcoming these blessings in, because, like, following your intuition, you're going to learn so many different lessons, and then also learn on different things like you learned on in the past that probably just didn't touch base with you then, that now, since you're, like, trusting yourself more, it makes sense to you more, like, it makes sense to you right now. And that's just so important. And I love how you talked about, like, with great power comes with great grace. Sorry if I said that wrong. But that is so true, because we have to be like, always put ourselves in a place to be open to receive these different gifts and understand that, all right, like, I have to use this with my highest good, you know, and I have to, sorry, my puppy decided to drink water right now. Like, but yeah, we have to, like, tap into that energy, and we have to, he, like, just so much just throw me off right now. Like, here we go with his. But trusting your intuition unlocks those different gifts inside of you. And when you have that power, you have to really just sit down and just really learn about it. Like, learn about this new aspect of you, like, get more comfortable with it, because it goes deep. And then that's why it's so important to watch, like, different things, because it's always telling you about you, or to always read in the different, like study, like, always read in the ancient knowledge and, like, esoteric knowledge, because that's how you really start to learn about you. You start to learn about the foundation. And then once you learn about the foundation and you start applying those things to your life, you really start to realize that all these different figures that you're learning about and all these different, like, powerful beings, like, they all, majority of them, like, trusted their intuition. And the ones who didn't got dealt with. Or, like, the ones who went against their spirit got dealt with. And you don't want to be, like, in that put yourself in that position to get dealt with, you know? Like, if spirit's telling you not to go there, don't go there. You know what I mean? Because next minute, you know, you pull up and then something crazy happens and the news is all there, and then you could have just stayed home chilling on the couch. Like, spirit didn't want you to do that. Like, spirit straight up told you. You felt it right there in your stomach. And then you still decided to go there anyway. Now, like, you see everybody got their cameras on Facebook Live and stuff, everybody going all crazy. And now your energy's all off. Now you gotta go home, save yourself like crazy, burn your herbs, grab your crystals, and meditate, like.
No.
But all you gotta do is, like, just boom. And this is why you gotta follow your intuition. Like, it's there to help guide you. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not there to, like, argue with us. It's not there to, like, fight us. Like, it's there to help guide us. And the more we tap into that, the more you can start just attracting different things you want as well. Like, it's definitely, like, a beautiful experience. One, like, I'm still learning to do, because the one thing I learned too is that empaths especially have a hard time, like, trusting their intuition, because it's like we feel everything. So sometimes we thinking that like, all right, we're just off. Like whenever, like when we don't realize or like can't pinpoint the energy, but 99.9%, like we're definitely right. We're definitely right. So like, especially like if you're an empath, like you have to trust your intuition, because it's like you don't want to put yourself in that position to like just feel everything, because that's just throws it off to like a whole new different thing. Like, so definitely empath. My Cancer game for sure. Definitely the water sign game for sure. Like it'd be rough for us. But we got this.
You're a water sign?
Yeah, I'm a Cancer moon, sun, and Mercury.
Oh, wow. Okay, because I'm a Pisces. I'm a fellow water sign. Okay.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Right. Yeah, man. So, I mean, just going off of what you just said, because you mentioned something, and I kind of want to go back to that, because you kind of talked about it on the Build a Nation when you were talking about how you have to, you know, as far as studying goes, sometimes you have to go and get the knowledge, and you made me think about what you were doing. Movies and different things that are in the movies that we kind of talked about. I don't want to spill the beans on it because this is something that you actually stated. But do you remember what you said earlier? Because I would love for you to kind of go in on that as well, because it's just so much information out here coming from all angles. I think people just don't see it.
Oh yeah, like I don't remember what I exactly stated, but I definitely like know what I stated. We need to treat movies like documentaries, because they literally just put it all there, like right in our faces, and we just let it go over our heads. And it's like we have to look at like these key signs in different movies and stuff. Like why are all these movies like have the same similar abilities? Like why do the melanated people in these movies all have plasma abilities? Like why do we see static shock? Why do we see black lightning? Like, even just different scenes in like all different types of superhero movies, and or things like the movie Jumper, like people dealing with like timeline jumping and are just like boom, and they can't control it and stuff like that. Like the movies literally like tell us about us, our history, how we used to do things, how the future is going to go, how the past went. Like it's all right there. Literally, it's all right there. And once when you start like digging deep into the movies and like different TV shows and stuff like that, or even just music videos, right, like you could really like understand and like, okay, like wow, like and they're making money off this. Like they're crazy. Like like that's wild. You know, like, it really starts making you like look at it different, and I definitely recommend like people to pay attention to those signs. Like it's right there. You know, like The Matrix isn't the only movie. You know, like The Matrix is not the only movie series that has signs. Like you could watch any and every single superhero movie, or you could read any comic book, like, and they all go down deep rabbit holes. Like for instance, like you could look at the Green Lantern, and whenever you read about it, like it's like space police, like pretty much, like, and boom, like, and that's like something that's a real thing in the cosmos. You know what I mean? Like people that go like, well, beings that go around and just arrest like malevolent beings. And or you could watch different movies about how Kwame brought up falling. Like falling tells you about like how the spirit could like jump on you, and or like how just or like body snatching and stuff like that, and like protecting your energy, like the importance of that. Like those type of movies have like different signs as well, and you always find different chakra imbalances like in the characters. Like a lot of the times, like the divine masculine be going out bad, like because like the dude gotta step it up, because, and it's something that we also like see as well. And today, like the divine masculine, like we definitely gotta step it up, like as a whole. You know what I mean? Like not just as like spiritual males, like everybody, because it's like a lot of the problems for real is like caused by masculine figures. And yeah, I'm just like channeling right now. So like, boom. So it's like a lot of these problems and stuff is caused by masculine figures, and it's portrayed like in these movies. You know what I mean? You look in the book of Eli, there was only one female throughout that whole entire movie. Only one divine feminine throughout the whole movie. All of the problems was created by dudes, and the whole setting of the movie, everything is destroyed. Like, everything is destroyed. Everybody's in the bar drinking. Everybody's fighting. And it's because it's like males tend to lean more into like that ego, and then like that aggressive like Mars energy, and tend to just lash out instead of just like working their problems out. And boom. So it's like when you have like not the divine feminine around to like stop that, like it's just chaos. And then that's what like the divine masculines like have to understand too. Like, people don't try to say like our energy straight up chaotic. They push that like on the divine feminine, but the divine feminine's chaotic energy is more of like a beautiful, graceful, like type of chaos, to where it's like, no, like it was like something had to be like that to like have like to make it get that way. Like like divine feminine energies just don't go out just going bananas for no reason. Like, it has to be triggered. But divine masculine energies will go bananas if they lower chakras is off, especially that sacral chakra, like, which is a like huge problem. And it's like whenever we're not understanding the importance of like harnessing like our plasma energy and stuff like that, and that's also portrayed in movies. It's like we're real aggressive and we're irrational. You know what I mean? Like, you could look at Wolverine, like, Logan is nuts, you know? Or you could look at Scott, like the one who got the laser in his eye. He's like a character that's like really deals with lower like chakra imbalances, just because you can tell by his lack of confidence when it comes to somebody talking to his girlfriend. You know, like, so it's definitely, it's all in the movie, you know. And then once when we decode those and like we apply them to our lives and stuff like that, or like go down like just research different topics and stuff like that, then we can like we start to understand a whole new part about ourselves, because going down like different rabbit holes and finding out new things and learning about different things, like, it's so important to your ascension process as well. Like, yeah, you always want to go inward, like, as much as possible, and you can pull information from going inward, you know, like, and boom, because once you talk to spirit's listening, spirit's going to tell you, like, once when you clear out all that mind chatter. And yeah, like, yeah, that's pretty much just what I gotta say about that. Like,
we gotta clear out that mind chatter. You gotta have some stillness. That's where the meditation kicks in, just so you can just be still. Just, you know, just listen to your breath, because that mind chatter, it can get ridiculous. It definitely can. Let me see.
Yeah, you just gotta put on like a frequency or something and just turn that off. Like, the power of frequencies is just so dope. Like, I always like listen to frequencies, especially like every single night when I go to sleep, because that's pretty much the feeling in your sleep. And you can say, like, let's say whatever what area of your body you're trying to heal, like, you could just put on that frequency for it. Or if you want to do like the whole entire body, then you can put on like one that plays all of the frequencies for it. And that's also just a dope way, and play those in meditation. And they got different kinds of frequencies for like working with like your abilities, or like working on your heart chakra, of course, or like different chakras, or frequencies that really help you get into like a shadow workspace, to where like those things that you wanted to get attacked, that you want to attack, and like get out, you know. And but like, that's so dope. And like, whenever you sit like that, new things is going to pop up. And that's why I always say, like, keep a journal with you so you can write that down, or at least like type it in your phone if that's nearby, And if it's like, if you got your phone nearby, make sure you got like a shungite crystal or like a black tourmaline or obsidian, something to block that EMF. It's like, you definitely don't want to have that with you like in meditation. Because that could like definitely cause a lot of that mind chatter and damage you on different levels as well.
That was a good tip. I'm glad that you stated that. And you also kind of segue into our next part because we are going to do meditation, a guided meditation with Noble Cosmic Courtland. But before we do that, I just want to touch on these two quotes that was stated in our Building the Nation track. One of them was, life is a circle. The end of one journey is the beginning of the next. Okay, so you guys, we are going through ending cycles right now, and the beginning of a new cycle, going back to making sure to let go of any fear of going into new cycles, because a lot of times those blessings, that abundance, that prosperity, that manifestation that you always wanted is going to happen for you in the new cycle, but you got to let go of the old. So take time out right now, more now than ever. This would be the time to do that. With the eclipse coming, this would be a perfect time, not only to get the karmic cleanse, because yes, I'm definitely doing that, but to also do your own like spiritual rituals and meditations and different things like that to this moon on May 16th. So take advantage of that to kind of help guide to manifest what you want in your life and the things that you want to leave behind and move out of your life. And then that brings me to my next quote that I have put in, which is, we repeat what we don't repair. And again, I'm going to say it again, we repeat what we don't repair. And I'm bringing it up because you said you stated something similar to that. I don't know if it was today or the other day. And I also know that's also one of Kwame's little bios. I think he has something like that. You repeat what you don't heal or something of that nature. And I just want to open the floor to you so you can share whatever you need to share based off of what I just stated and anything else that you want to share today. And before we get into the guided meditation by yourself, and once you're done, we can just go straight into that meditation.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. So that's just like I'm trying to think like how I want to put this. Like, I'm trying to think like how I want to put this, because I had it and then like I just lost it. But it's like whenever you don't deal with like these different things, they're definitely just going to keep popping up, because now you're just creating like different karmic loops for yourself. And whenever you put yourself in this loop, the same thing's going to like just keep happening. It's going to keep coming back around and around and around. It might be a new person. It might be it's just going to be like it's going to be like a new person with the same spirit. And until like you attack different things in you that you're not dealing with, or like something like that's causing you to like have this reoccurrence, like this reoccurring experience, like you have to like address it, and it's just going to keep on coming back, and it's going to keep on coming back harder and harder until spirit's like, yeah, why aren't you getting it? Like we just keep throwing this test at you, and you just keep failing it. Like what are you doing? Like, and you're getting upset about it, you're crying about it, and you're not supposed to do that. Like you're not supposed to be doing that at all. And Spirit's just looking at you like, yo, like what is going on with you, bro? Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? Like, you should murder this test right now, so you don't have to repeat this, because you don't even understand like what's waiting for you on the other side. Like, we got this whole your whole manifestation like just waiting for you right here, and we just need you to understand like this lesson right here, and boom, like knock it out the park, so we can like hook you up, and then so you can grow. And that's why like it's so important to understand like why it's important to meditate and take time to heal yourself. And you don't got to spend like 30 minutes to an hour like every day in meditation. You know what I mean? Like as you keep meditating, like you probably will want to, because different things are starting to happen for you, and like you're going, like let's say you might be doing like the shamanism technique of journey, and that's just using your imagination to take you to a place, because in shamanism, it's believed that like your imagination is what like connects you to the spirit world like that. So it's like once when you figure out how to guide yourself and how to work with that, you can do so much greatness like for you. You can like heal yourself like on such a cosmic level, and like your manifestation, and it's going to just be so great. Like let's say you could use the technique of visioning, and visioning is basically sitting in meditation, like getting into like a nice deep meditation, and make sure like you're doing that, like have your whatever what you want to manifest like at that moment like written out in front of you, because sometimes whenever you go into like that deep meditation, like you like your mind's gonna wander because it's cleared out, and like you start to like vision like different things, but like you're trying to like work on this specifically, make sure you have it like written out. And basically visioning is you imagine like whatever what you want to manifest to like the fullest extent, like all the details and everything, like don't miss a detail, like in like your third eye vision, like or in that Crown Chakra. And boom, you want to do that, like repeat that like 10 times, and that's a dope visioning technique. And then journeying is just basically just letting your mind like wander. Like you might start off like imagine yourself like walking on a path, or you're at the beach or something, or you're like climbing a mountain, or you're with your ancestors. You could be doing anything, and then you just let different things or different like signs pop up. Like it could be like an animal, or it could be like an ascended master or something. Like it could be whatever, or whatever you actually want to like put into that meditation, and like you can imagine as well. And because everything has a sound and everything has different meaning. Like me, I like to use animals a lot in some of my meditations, because like every animal has a meaning, and just the power of like those animal spirit totems is just unbelievable. And yeah, so it's like journeying is like you just really just let your mind just wander, and you just accept what the divine wants to bless you with, or take you on whatever experience. And that actually like helps people if they want to like astral project or just be in the ethers just chilling, you know. And this is important to like really like just balance your chakras from like your root all the way up, because if you're not grounded, then all that higher energy is going to be all over the place. And I learned that the hard way. Like like it's so dope, like having that high vibe, but like when you have that high vibe and you're not grounded, and you just done no type of root chakra healing or anything. And it's real simple. Like I'm gonna teach that like in the meditation, like where you can just do this anywhere. And whenever you're just not grounded, like you're just all over the place, like you're just scatterbrained, like you can't focus on what you want to focus on, or like you're just real antsy. You might be feeling like some anxiety or something. And that's why it's just so important to balance those lower chakras. And then once when you start like expanding out to like those like higher chakras, like that earth star is definitely important. That's why like earthing is like really important too, because that helps you connect your earth star chakra. Or you can also just imagine like the colors green, like a forest green, and brown, like a mix of that. Like imagine that like feeling like below your feet or your feet area, and that'll help like feel that as well. Like visualization is so important.
It is. You know something? You just brought something before you go into that meditation, because I know I said we were going to do that, and we are. So everybody, please be patient. But I just wanted to share one thing when we were talking about as far as manifestation and not being scared to go to that next level, to go into that new cycle. Something was brought to my attention, and I gotta reshare this. One thing that was told to me was basically, you know where you've been already, and you know how that looks like. It's okay to open the door to something new and see something new, because you don't know what's coming, and that might be that abundance and prosperity, but you know where you've been. So if you've been somewhere which has been horrible and it's not been in a good place, and it's been chaotic, and it's been poverty, and it's been sickness, you already know where you've been. So why not try something new and leave where you've been behind to go into something new? That's all I would like to share, and then you can share wherever, and then go straight into the meditation.
I definitely have to agree with that. Like, you have to. This is why I always put out to like my channel. Like, we have to put our place in to be like real vulnerable. And this is like, and I have to explain this because people like at first like look at me like I'm crazy for saying like vulnerable. Why you want to be vulnerable? Like, what you want to be vulnerable for, bruh? Like, I'm like, nah. Like, see, that's exactly why you want to be vulnerable. Right there, because of that reaction, because that triggered you right there. And this is the thing, is like, whenever we're in a real place of vulnerability, we open ourselves up to like just receive anything that the universe, that the divine wants to like bestow upon us, like at that moment. You know, like, we look at being vulnerable as in like, you know, like we look at it in a bad way because of like how society puts it, like, in just all around, like the media, social media, every type of media, like like how we just see it portrayed everywhere. And that's not what I'm talking about at all. Like, that vulnerability makes you feel like, oh no, you're only vulnerable after like something bad happens to you, like you got cheated on or something, or like somebody stabs you in the back and you're just going through like a real rough time. Like, nah, like that's like something like what they do to like really turn that like and twist that. And real vulnerability is just putting yourself in like the position to like, you know what? Instead of me just trying to just control everything, like just willfully, like, no, I'm going to listen to spirit, and then whatever what's meant for me is going to happen, and I'm going to just accept that gracefully. Like, that's so, like, that's just so important, like just being vulnerable.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it is. We spoke a little bit on this. Just me and you personally, a little bit early. But yeah, I'm glad that you stated that.
So, want to get into the guided meditation, and just to start off, like, now I just want to give us a little background on this meditation. This is just going to be like a 7 chakra, like, cleanse and balance. And then what we're going to do is we're going to like start at our root chakra, like after we do like some deep breaths, just to like clear out that energy. And what we're going to do is we're going to start at that root chakra, and we're just going to imagine that root chakra and all the other chakras like just open up, and all that toxic energy is going to pour out, and then we're going to pour whatever color resonates with that chakra in it. And then we're also going to say like some affirmations as well. And then after the meditation, we're like going to make sure like all the chakras is like nice and aligned. And this is all going to be visual, because it's like, it's just, I'm telling you, like, the power of your imagination is like, it takes you on a whole other level. And a lot of people wonder, like, well, what do I do in meditation? Because it's like, we just think it just clear our mind. Like, yeah, you want to do that, but like, nah, you could seriously put some like that, like some real work in. Like, you can really get some real spiritual work cracking for yourself. And then once when you get your chakras all nice and balanced, boom, like you can open the door up to anything you want to like do at that moment. And you don't have to like do this every single day. You could like clear your chakras like once a week for real. You know what I mean? If you want to do it every single day, go ahead, knock your socks off. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just important to actually do it, because our chakras is always going to get like unbalanced just because of different things we face, different experience and stuff like that. Like, life just be lifing. And what I like to say is the universe be universing universally. So it's like we're always going to go through like these different things. And that's why we're going to start off like want everybody to like just get into like a nice comfortable position. If like you want to do like a mudra right now, like I say the best one to do is sticking like the baby thumb, like just sticking your thumb into your hand inward, because what that's going to do is like calm that nervous system, and that's just going to go just real nicely with what we're about to do and balance our chakras. So I want everyone to just get into a nice, comfortable position. Like you could be standing, you can be sitting down, like you could be sitting like with your like pretzel leg, with your legs crossed, like whatever feels comfortable for you. Like you could be sitting in a chair, like don't matter, just as long as you're comfortable. Like just know that you're safe. Then we're going to start with some breath work. We're going to take breath in like through our nose, and then we're going to exhale through our mouth. But don't exhale until like I tell you to exhale. Alright. So take it. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. This time we're going to breathe in and hold it. Breathe into your nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out your mouth. So next we're going to do the 4-4-4 method. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and breathe out for 4 seconds. We're going to do that 4 times. So breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you breathe all up. So everyone should be feeling nice and relaxed. So now we're going to imagine our root chakra right at the base of our spine. And what we touched up on earlier, our root chakra is what grounds us to the earth and what also opens us up to the cosmos. We have to be grounded in order to accept energy from every direction, not just from the earth, but also from the cosmos. So we're going to imagine our root chakra right at the base of our spine. And we're going to open up this chakra. Take a deep breath in. And imagine this chakra opening up, releasing all that negative energy. Any foundational issues or deep-rooted family traumas may lie in the root chakra. So it's essential that we work those things out internally so we can stay grounded to our best ability. I want us to imagine this beautiful red energy, this really bright, vibrant, start pours into the root chakra. And it's just filling your root chakra with this loving energy and this grounding, passionate energy. You take a deep breath in. You breathe out. And I want you to say in your head, I accept all the abundance in my life. I nourish my mind, body, spirit. My energy is grounded to bring in healthy energy flow. I have everything that I need for an abundant life. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now I want you to imagine your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is 2 inches below your belly button. Now your sacral chakra deals with your sexual energy, being creative. These are the same energy. So whenever you're dealing with your sacral chakra, the best way to do this is like, you just want to use this to just infuse it with your imagination and create whatever, like what you want. Like, just get into your bag. So I want you to imagine this sacral chakra open up. Take a deep breath. Then you imagine all this negative energy that doesn't serve you in the sacral chakra. Push that out. Breathe out. Now you imagine the color orange. Now, what is like so dope about like nature and the universe, like when you look at the color of something, that tells you what chakra it deals with. So let's say if you could like wanted to do some sacral chakra with, you could eat an orange, and it would like help heal that area. Or if you eat a red apple, it'll help heal that root chakra. So take a deep breath in. Imagine that color on orange. Feel that sacral chakra right below your belly button. Feel that energy. This is feel warm, fuzzy. Deep breath. Breathe out. Now I want you to repeat these into your head. I am creative in all areas of my life. I am open to receive all that life offers. I have a healthy state of passion and sexual desire in my life. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now I want you to imagine your solar plexus. You can imagine your solar plexus chakra right around like your belly button, or like 2 inches above your belly button. And your solar plexus is like your survival instinct and confidence. So, like, it's basically right in between your navel and your sternum. And this affects us with just feeling motivated, strong, confident, powerful. So I want you to imagine the chakra open up. Take a deep breath in. And all that negative energy just ease off that chakra. All that energy that might be like telling you that like you can't do it, or you can't step into your power. Just imagine all of that. Just go. So, breathe out. Now I want you to imagine the color yellow. And this color yellow is just going to be just so bright. It's so beautiful. And like really just bright like a laser. You know, like a laser. And I want you to imagine this color just fill that area in between your navel and your sternum. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now I want you to repeat these in your head. I fully enjoy everything that I do. I value and trust myself fully. I am enough in everything that I do in life is enough. I am powerful, radiant, and a magnificent being. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now I want you to imagine your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is centered like right in the middle of your chest. Like right center mass of your chest. Like that little dip right there. And what you want to do is imagine the area open up. And what the heart chakra deals with is your ability to like receive love, passion, empathy, and kindness. So what you want to do is take a deep breath in and imagine all that energy that's not having you just feel like so lovable, right? You know, like you don't want to love this, you don't want to love that. You know? Like it's just kind of just turning you away, like embracing things with open arms, or like a relationship that you need to heal. Like all that toxic energy, just breathe it out. Breathe it out. Let that all out. Now I want you to imagine the color green. And this green is going to be like a real bright kind of green, like a line. I want you to literally have this green color fill your chest. And green also correlates with Archangel Raphael. And you can also ask Archangel Raphael to him to bestow his love and green energy on you. So as you're imagining this color green, I want you to take a deep breath in. And just imagine it fill you, let you know that you are loved and that you are powerful, you are majestic, you are beautiful, like you are one with everything, and everything is one with you. Take a deep breath out. Fill it all out. Now I want you to repeat after me in your head. I love myself in every area of my life. I give love comes back to me. I deserve to look happy and prosperity in all areas of my life. My emotions are balanced and in harmony with my energy. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. I want you to imagine that throat chakra. And the throat chakra is right at the base of your neck, right at that little dip between like your neck and your collarbone. And I want you to imagine this open up. And of course, our throat chakra deals with our communication. But the things that actually block our throat chakra is not really like how we communicate. Those are just a result. The things that actually block our throat chakra is maybe like we were bullied like when we were younger, or just being called names, or just actually not speaking up when we should have, stuff like that, or not being able to speak up because of this, our upbringing and stuff like that. Just the whole like respecting elders and stuff like that. You want to step on those, because all this could like block your throat chakra. So I want you to imagine your throat chakra open up. You take a deep breath in. All that negative energy is just pushing out of that chakra. If it does not serve you no more, if it does not serve you no more, it's time to speak up. This is your time to use your voice. You have something to say. You have a message. It's time for your voice to be heard. Breathe out. Now I want you to imagine like a royal blue color. A real nice royal blue color. Just feel that throat chakra. And just a deep breath in. Just really feel that energy. Really feel it. I can feel my voice changing right out because it's so beautiful. Breathe out. Now I want you to say this in your head. I express my feeling easily and freely. I own my power and feel alive. I am calm, confident, and well-spoken. I communicate effectively with everyone in my life. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now we're going to move up to the third eye chakra. Now, the third eye chakra is a chakra that is right. It deals with your pineal gland. The two separate things. Like your pineal gland is like in the center of your third eye chakra. And when those things is both turned on, it's a beautiful thing. So what we're going to do is clear it out as best as we can. And what you want to do is just imagine the third eye chakra right in the middle of like your eyebrows. You can like literally feel the dip like in your forehead, and that's like where your third eye chakra is located. And I want you to imagine this chakra like open up. Take a deep breath in. And imagine like all this negative energy just pour out. See, like our third eye chakra is what it's our connection to like it's everything. It's our intuition, it's our inner vision, and like this is why it's so important to like trust ourselves, because it helps us like unlock that third eye and unlock different things like in that chakra. So, breathe out. And I want you to imagine like this indigo, like indigo purple, like color, like dark blue purple color, like right in the, all over your forehead, like have it touch like your hairline too. But that's where your brow chakra, you know, like it's another chakra you have. You can heal it like this as well. Just imagine this indigo color just heal this area and just really just doing work. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And I want you to say this in your head or out loud. Now listen to my intuition every day. I am connected to trust that my life is unfolding exactly as it should. I am open to intuitive abilities and use them for my highest good. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now we're going to move up to the crown chakra. And the crown chakra is actually 2 inches above your head. If you were to have a crystal, you can also like place that crystal right there on top of your head and pull energy in that way as well, like from the cosmos. It's just so beautiful. So I would definitely recommend that. And I want you to imagine the chakra open up. And your crown chakra connects you to your soul and your higher self and the universe and divine, God. Like, this is what you got. Your crown chakra is your divine chakra. Like, that's one of my favorite things. And I want you to imagine, like, all that programming, that false information that we've been told, like, for so long. Just imagine all that is to be pushed out of the crown chakra and all that disbelief that's not having you step into like your true power and your divinity. Have that all pushed out of your crown chakra. Take a deep breath in. And like this energy is just getting all just pushed out because we want to step into our inner God. We want to step into our power. And we want to connect with our soul. We want to connect, know our soul's purpose. And we want to understand like what we got to do, you know? And breathe out. Now I want you to imagine like a violet or a white. Now if you imagine like a mixture of like violet or white, you can also connect to like your higher chakra outside of that. You can imagine like one of those three options, and like this energy is just going to fill the crown chakra. Feel that crown chakra. Take a deep breath in, and as this energy is just filling, pouring in that crown chakra. Like also you can call on Archangel Yori that he also deals with the crown chakra and just connect you with higher wisdom. Well, like this breathe out. Now that all of our chakras are open and balanced, you'll now imagine the chakras closed. We also stay this too. I'm now closing my cleansed balance root chakra. I'm now closing my cleansed balance sacral chakra. I'm now closing my cleansed balance solar plexus chakra. I'm now closing my cleansed balance heart chakra. I am now closing my cleansed balance throat chakra. I am now closing my cleansed balance third eye chakra. Before we close our crown chakra, we will repeat these affirmations in our head or out loud. I am guided by my inner wisdom. I am at peace, whole, and balanced. I honor my body as the temple that nourishes my soul. I am connected with my higher self and in the divine spirit, positive energy. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Now we say, I close my cleansed and balanced crown chakra. And lastly, we will imagine this bright white energy is poured down from the ether, from our crown chakra, all the way to our root chakra. And it's really just going to soak in just for about 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Really feel that energy. Just fill your vessel. Also say in your head that you love yourself. You are beautiful. That you are a leader. That you understand, understand, and overstand your divine purpose. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Now I want you just to like open your eyes, wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, move your arms, smack your face if you got to. And yeah, like thank you for joining me and just allowing me to like guide you in this meditation. And hopefully, like, this meditation, like, did a lot for you, and that you can, this is something that you can do anywhere, and that you can apply to your life, and just, or anything else that you visually come up with in your mind. There's also, like, other ways to heal your chakras too, as well, of course. But this is just one easy method that's like is real dope. And yeah, just big gratitude. I'm just like just so happy right now. And, yeah.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. I did it right along with you the whole way through. So I love doing my meditations. I definitely needed to do my chakra meditation. I haven't did that in a while, and I was able to, definitely feel it throughout. I just thank you so much for like taking the time to come on to be a part of just our show and our channel here with the Morrison's Network. And again, anytime you want to come on, you can. You got the floor, because we're going to talk about so many other different things. And I hope everyone out there has gotten something from anything that was said today and took part of the meditation. If you felt anything when doing that meditation, please, leave a comment below, or if you see it live, leave something in the chat, or just come on to Telegram and tell us either the Morrison's Network or any of the other Telegram groups. We're also going to have Cosmic Courtland's Telegram information below, so you can join him in his chat and all the things that he has going on. Again, Noble, I definitely appreciate you and your time and everything that we discussed today, because this was our first one, and I think it went rather well. I think everything kind of flowed, so I feel pretty good. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm relaxed. I'm definitely relaxed. Yeah, than what I was in the beginning.
Well, like, this was definitely dope. I enjoyed it, and I'm definitely looking forward to coming back on here again and like just talking about like anything, like I can talk about the spirituality, and then just history and like things that we need to actually learn about like all day. Like that's everything that like I just really just center like my life around, and like I just love just helping people, and that's why it's like a lot of the things like I partake in is just really just to like help the collective and just help people like be able to like heal themselves and stuff like that, and also just be there for people. And I'm just forever grateful for just even having like the opportunity, and like I'm just looking forward to like continuing to growing. And I love interacting like with everybody in the channel. Like definitely love the energy. And yeah, this is just the start of like just something dope. Like when they say like in High School Music, the start of something new. Like that.
Yes, this definitely is amazing. Like it is. It's definitely the start of something new. Bringing in that new cycle with new energies, new flows, new videos, new shows, new everything. So again, high honors to Cosmic Courtland, getting in beast mode with us, okay? Sharing his knowledge. And yeah, we're definitely going to talk about a whole lot more info. So this was just the start. So just to close out today, we're going to end it on a high note. Again, everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. And I hope you guys tune in often. Please, again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And we have a Rumble channel. That some things we can't talk about on YouTube, we probably will put it on the Rumble channel. So don't forget to also, link up with us and connect on Rumble, and check the description below, because again, we're going to provide information to all of the groups and share whatever else that we need to about services and how to reach out to get in contact with Courtland as well. So make sure you check the description. And again, we thank you so much. And I just want to say, love, light, and power to everybody. Peace to everyone, and we will see you next time on the Morris News Network. Anything you want to say to sign off?
Yeah, just shout out to everybody. Like, big gratitude for joining us and meditating with us. And yeah, like, want to find me anywhere? Just I'm Cosmic Courtland, like, on everything. So like, I ain't all work out to find
everything. So just remember that. Just find Cosmic Courtland on everything, and you'll find you'll find him there. But yes, thank you so much, Noble. So peace and love, everybody. See you guys next time. Peace and love.